It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Chargers and the Bengals. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fields it right around the goal line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now it's Herbert. It's caught on the right side, Williams. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Herbert now. He's going to let this one go deep.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
The Bengals offense returns to the field, and they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are, and let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the number 1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams. They're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
Staying up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Herbert, he dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 2nd down, Eckler. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Burrow. They'll roll him out.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on a fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Down to the 41.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively, if they want to insist on going in that direction, make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
1st down. Here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback? A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down.
Herbert
finding Williams once more, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Herbert operating from the red zone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Cameron Sample
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, it's been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Mixon with a first down carry. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Second and 5 now. Burrow. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On fourth down, Drew Chrisman on to punt.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Herbert going to try and run.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. On third down, here's Eckler. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Herbert on first down now. He finds his target, Allen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man is Palmer. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Herbert. Well, this is caught by Williams.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Eckler now between the tackles. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man, it's complete. It's Palmer. Touchdown! Josh Palmer.
26 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Penalty is declined.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Here's Drew Chrisman now.
This is taken around the 12.
A good head down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert.
A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Here's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 50, here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Herbert now. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
So things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw here, Herbert.
That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
To the air again, Herbert. He's got Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, 26 yards.
And the Chargers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is now 24. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Burrow on 3rd down.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Now it's Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Again, it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
To throw again on second down, Burrow. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Burrow will throw.
They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
from 8 yards out.
And the Bengals get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make it 24-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. On 2nd and 10, Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Herbert on 3rd down now.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And that is no good. And the lead will stay put at 17. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had great action yesterday, and this, the first of 3 more games coming at you here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And it was the New York Jets who keep their season alive as they were able to eliminate the Buffalo Bills. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers, for the Seahawks. And they had success all season throwing the football. No reason for that to change in the playoffs, as they've continued to move the ball well through the air. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
On the return is Williams. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this one to Boyd. From the 31, Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From midfield now, Burrow.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 19. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside handoff to Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow.
On the screen, this is Evans.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They started on the ground with Eckler. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
3rd and 2, Herbert.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins.
Finding space at the 40. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Burrow looking to pass.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown!
Joe Mixon
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are back within a score.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 24-17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Herbert.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On the give, this is Eckler.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Gonna throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. 73 yards.
And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got Allen, and they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And this one complete to Smith. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow will throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air again, Burrow. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Smith. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On 2nd and goal, Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals! Irv Smith Jr. from 4 yards out.
And the Bengals have got it back to within a score.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Chargers offense back onto the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
He finds his target, Allen.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They'll get 34 yards there.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now it's Herbert.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler.
69 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Eckler is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Herbert now.
Touchdown! Mike Williams
from 4 yards out.
And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengals set to take over. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. He'll return it from the 6. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
A toss left, Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Smith catches left side.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Evans.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They ended up throwing him for a loss.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down.
pressure. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Able to find Higgins.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. In trouble, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Boyd. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
82 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, Whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop?
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Williams to return. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals getting set to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. It's caught. Smith. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Burrow out to the left. He's got Sample there.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Evans running behind center.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Burrow going for it on 4th.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his target, Allen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. It's Eckler again. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Now Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. To throw, Burrow.
And this one complete to Smith.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Burrow.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Burrow.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So now let's look at this situation with no timeouts remaining. The offense should be able to just run the clock out.
I know that's what it says on my time management chart up here, and I know a lot of teams are hiring a time management coach who's going to sit in the box, talk to the head coach. And in this situation, if you do anything but take a knee in victory formation, then you're not playing the game right. This game should be over. Take the knee and hold on to the ball.
It's so impressive that you do have a time management chart up here.
Listen, you know I can't count. So I need it in a big way. We can't hire anyone to help us out, so hopefully I'm reading it correctly.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.